Hello, everyone, and good evening. Uh, I am just having all the issues today. I'm not sure what's going on here, but it's not detecting that I picked up Colorado the other day. And I need to contact Steam support about that, I guess. And it is also, and it looks like for you guys as well, not outputting sound. Um, you guys don't have any sound? I don't have any sound in my headphones. It's almost like it's completely broken. So I'm going to alt tab out of the game here for a minute. See what I can't figure out about what's going on. Because it's kind of frustrating. I'm not sure what happened. Hmm. Everything appears to be correctly set up in the audio properties. Hmm. 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 Well, that's unfortunate. Let me try one more thing. And if that doesn't work, I'll just switch sound outputs and not use my headphones for anything except for the microphone. Hmm. Yeah, it all seems to be working in G Hub as well. Hey, Sieber. Of course, you catch the one where I have all the problems. Go figure, right? Really loved that last episode of Down on the Farm, by the way. Having the Massey show up at David's yard was just, oh, that was perfect. That was perfect. All right, well, I will just have to swap audio outputs apparently because I do not know what is going on here. All right, there's that, and then switch it over here in OBS as well. Oh, good, it should automatically pick it up. Let's see if it does. Um, sure, whatever. All right, so I've got a new profile here because if we look at my other profile, it's just insane. My stats are tiny, but I have a lot of drivers, so they've made me massive amounts of money, which, I mean, I'll take it, right? But anyway, so we're going to start with this new profile. Looking at the mods, I have not looked at in forever, so yeah, that's incompatible, which is too bad because I like that mod. Ooh, for a fantasy nerd like me, that's awesome. I'll put that in. Why not? Okay, yeah. Oh, stupid thing. Muted on me. Go figure. Here I was talking to the air. Um, I was looking at my last played, and it's been almost 2 years since I played. That's why I'm hitting the tutorial again. Got to remind myself how to play. But I asked Sieber um, what your favorite American truck brand is. Nice. Very nice. Four, five. Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 cycles through them. Okay. Hi, Peter. How are you this evening? And yes, Zebra, I love that you wind David up all the time. International, though, huh? Time to make a delivery. Use the route advisor to see where you are and where you need to go. Press F1. Yeah, cool. Yep. I remember all those. Navigation map. Okay, that time it was one of the keybinds that I hit in the game. And there's still no sound from the game itself, is there? Hello, Thomas. This stream is not going well tonight. Audio. Let's see if that fixes. Okay, do we have any game audio now? Any at all? No. Well, that's interesting. Options. Audio. Yeah, everything is on. Everything that needs to be on is on. Yeah, system default drivers, the only option. What the heck is going on with my audio? Oh, how frustrating. Okay, let's try that. Still nothing from the game. Thanks, Peter. Yeah. I do not know what is going on. I've even rebooted my computer since this started happening the other day. And it came back for a little while, and now it's broken again. I don't know what the heck happened. Hmm. Well, shoot. Well, guys, we can continue without game audio, which is kind of lame if you ask me. Or I can try rebooting the computer again and be back in a few minutes. What do the three of you guys think? Okay. Yeah, thanks, Peter. uh, I do have the audio troubleshooter running. Must restart the computer for the changes to take effect. All right, so let me reboot and we'll see what we get. I'll be back shortly, guys. All right. And we are back. I just got to get the game fired back up. I did have audio from Windows itself this time around. So I'm getting it fired back up. And I hear game audio. And it looks like you guys have game audio. So if someone could verify that real quick, that you guys have game audio now, I'm going to grab a drink over here in the other corner of the room. All right. Once you have selected your desired parking spot, where do you need it? Okay. Well, we're gonna... Awesome. Well, thanks guys for sticking around with me through the hardware issues. I wish I knew what the heck was going on. But yeah, that's the third time I think it's done it to me since it started doing that, and it'll just randomly lose audio until I reboot. Really, that's where you want this thing. Okay. It's been far too long since I've done this. But apparently it's still there. Of course, that was an easy one. Ooh, just over 1,000 yards. Well, almost 1,100 yards. Yeah, Peter, I drove truck in the real life for 6 months. So, not a super professional. Although, I never had any sort of accident, not even scraping paint. There were only 2 of us out of my class at the trucking company that I worked for, because we had training at the company that we worked for. I was only one of 2 out of my class that both survived all of training and didn't have any scratches. 20 years, whew, that's a long time, Peter. All right. That is a beautiful Peterbilt right there. I would drive that in the real world. I want price per distance. Eugene to Salem. It's a nice short job. Astoria, Portland. All right, out of these top 5, which ones would you guys like to see? Oh, Peter. I know that feeling, man. Chicago traffic, New York City traffic. I'll hopefully never go to those places ever again. Northern New Jersey, same thing. But yeah, you guys tell me which out of the top 5 jobs there you'd like to see me drive today. Number 3 here with the Kenworth, the furniture load. It's kind of what I was thinking also, Peter. And since you're the only one who's answered, I think that's what we'll take. Unless somebody jumps in here real quick. Sir Alexander, what are you doing in that other room? You being a naughty dog? No? You being a good boy? Okay. Just playing with your toy. You got your tire up on the bed. Go get it. Yeah, these Kenworths are pretty nice trucks. That's a 680? Yeah, 680. They're very nice trucks. I prefer the Peterbilt, but Kenworths and Peterbilts, they're actually owned by the same parent company, which is, they call it PACCAR today, P-A-C-C-A-R, but its original name is Pacific Car and Foundry. They made rail cars originally, and then they started buying into the trucking companies. They ended up buying, I believe, Peterbilt first, and then a few years later, Kenworth. So it's funny because they're competing brands, but they're sister companies. It's all good, though. So yeah, I think we'll take that one. It's a nice looking load. All right. Yeah, I'm not familiar with these Kenworth's interiors. I've never been inside of one in real life. I've been inside of a Peterbilt 389 and a Peterbilt 579, the two new ones. Hi, Goggle Pop and Peter. Oh man, I wish I was like Mr. Sealy P. I think he's far more entertaining than I am. Or do you just mean in terms of all the games that I like to play on my channel? Watch those tandems. Alrighty. This is so different with force feedback wheel. Oh, I don't really know anything about Mr. Sealy P's history there, Peter. So I can't speak to that one. Yeah, Goggle Pop, that'd be great. That would be great. Sorry, I was taking advantage of the red light to read chat, not realizing that I could be turning the whole time. Nice. I need to get myself a racing rig chair that I can mount the steering wheel and pedals to. Plus not using a chair with rollers for feet. Because I kind of slide around a lot right now and it makes it hard to keep control of everything. Where am I going? Not the right way. I thought I had to come down here and turn. Whoops. I gotta stop reading chat and pay better attention to the road. Oh, I gotcha, Peter. That makes sense. Yeah. Almost everything that I know about the history, I've actually, of these two brands anyway, I've actually picked up because I'm a model railroader. So I learned about Pacific Car and Foundry through that and learned about them picking up the trucks and kind of went from there. Alright, can I make that around that building? Does not look like I can actually go around that building, so I need to go through. Jackknifed around here. And go back out the way I came. And this time I'm going to pay attention to my GPS rather than trying to read what you guys are saying for a minute until I get on the expressway. Goggle Pop, that's a great idea. I quick read that while I was sitting here waiting to pull out. It's a great idea if it was just the chair sliding around that was the problem. But it's also my pedals like to slide across the floor. I'm on wood floors, so everything likes to slide. Nice. I did not know that, Peter. That's kind of cool. I tried one of those, Peter, and the rubber mat just ended up sliding all over the place. Which wasn't very fun either. I had originally gotten the rubber mat to keep the wheels on my chair from damaging the floor. But what I ended up doing in the long run is getting rid of the rubber mat because it wouldn't stay still and putting rubberized wheels on the chair itself. And the wheels were cheaper than the mat, so I should have gone wheels the whole time. Live and learn. Live and learn. Well, that's a really good idea there, Goggle Pop. Oh, Come on, Alexander, get out from under the desk. You're gonna make Daddy wreck the truck. Silly dog. As if it's not hard enough to drive with the pedals sliding all over. I got the dog trying to climb under the desk. Boy, for a 500 horsepower truck, this is sure taking forever to get up to speed. There we go. Check that mirror, because we need to be jumping over. So I don't know about those of you over in Europe, but here on these ramps, they've got that sign for the speed limit. It says 35 or whatever. They're usually in yellow here in the States. We got them for curves as well. What I was taught in truck driving school is that you want to go 5 under that because of trucks' higher center of gravity and higher tendency to roll over. So that was why I slowed down to 29. I meant to get 30, but I'm out of practice. Alrighty, bus has gone by. Mirror's clear. Yes, Goggle, you are, but Peter's in Europe, the UK, if I recall correctly. That's a good idea with the cups, Peter. I'll have to try that. Future people. Yeah. I have to say, I really do like the Logitech G29 wheel here. It's such an upgrade over the heavy equipment bundle wheel. I wish Farm Sim Guy would upgrade to it. I think he would enjoy it a lot more. Yep. I don't know if it's just because of the game or what, but this truck feels really wimpy for a 500 horsepower rig. I've got my foot to the floor and now it's climbing slowly. I made the mistake of not setting up a button on my steering wheel for cruise control though. Whoops. Alright, is this going to work out for me? Yes. So, are there any games that you guys would like to see on the Wildcard streams that I don't already have on the list? I will do that, Goggle Pop. I will definitely do that between sessions. I'm not talking about just the curves, though, Peter. I'm talking about, like, on the ramps to go from one motorway onto another one. Yes, Goggle, I can. I don't like to. Once I start driving, I don't like to bring up the menu at all. That whole immersion braking thing that you and I were talking about on Discord. Okay, I gotcha. That's probably a good thing. Although once my shifter comes, I'll be trying out manual, not on video first. I'll be, ah shoot, I shouldn't have gotten over. I'll be trying out manual shifting in my own session. Yay, Portland. Am I supposed to be taking this? It's not very clear, but it sure looks that way. Yes, I am. I need to turn off that mirror too. I don't remember the hotkey to do that. But I want that stupid... I want to have to look over at my mirror. So if you guys remember the hotkey, or can look it up for me real quick, the keyboard one, I will get rid of that. F2. Thank you, sir. You're a champion. Alright, and over I slide one. Oh yeah, Peter? Is that when you're coming to visit the States? Whoop. That looked like I had to get over there, and I started drifting while I was grabbing the mouse to look in the mirror. Naughty. Oh, that's not the States, that's Canada. I need to keep my hand on the mouse so that I can keep looking around easier. I think I want to try to set that up on the side panel joystick, but I'm guessing if it's anything like Farming Simulator, it won't move fast enough. What I really need to do is get head tracking. Same landmass. Smart Alec. This definitely feels weird. Not having driven. And I haven't even been driving my car much lately because I work from home. Beautiful Cascade Mountains. I don't remember, does ATS here have the ability to do Jake brakes or not? Those are kind of important for mountain driving. Maybe that's another one you can answer for me there, Goggle Pop, if I could speak clearly. Got some crazy cotton mouth today for some reason. Not that I can ever speak clearly, but... Oh, nice. Thank you again, good sir. That worked. I wish it toggled it on and off, but I'm sure that's probably a setting I can change. Because what you would do in real life is leave it on because it's automatically disabled when your foot's on the accelerator. Pretty nice scenery up through here. Based on a friend of mine's model railroad that is set in this area. It's pretty accurate too. Knock on my wooden desk here, or maybe my wooden head. Either one works. I might just make it through this without any damage, which was a lot harder than you think when you're driving with a controller. Wheel and pedals gets you a lot finer grained control. I like it. I like it a lot, and I'm gonna keep saying it through this whole stream. I'm sorry, guys. You're probably tired of hearing it already. Beautiful. Love that bridge. Okay, looks like we're getting close to our destination. I need to adjust the braking force too, because this stops way too easily. Alright, where the heck am I going here? Just under the bridge. Turn right. I'm gonna take my lanes. Be a road hog, but it was necessary. Good times. I went into a port down in Florida when I was driving truck. That was, shall we say, an experience. Talk about a lot of paperwork because I don't have my, didn't have the cards. Alright, did I miss something? Yeah, I did. There's a gate right there that I'm supposed to be going into. Oh, good times. Did not back up far enough. Okay, we can tighten that. And then come back the other way. Beautiful. That's funny there, Peter. Oh, they're gonna make it so I have to do this to get my trailer in. Beautiful. Thanks, guys. And we ain't blindsiding in. Not a chance. Instead, we will go right down here and make use of all of our available space in the parking lot. To bring this old girl around. Alright. Oh, like a glove. Alrighty. I'm going to try to set this up for what we call a 45 as best as I can. It's pretty tight maneuvering in here. This would actually be what my trainer would call a long 45, because we don't actually get to a 45-degree angle with our trailer. Did that not shift? It did not. There we go. Check our clearance on the other side. We should have plenty for nose swing. But I started swinging it in there too late. We aren't going to make the hole, are we? Nope, we are not going to make the hole safely, I don't believe. Let's try swinging it just a little further. Alright, we'll stop there and get it out of there for a moment. Do a get out and look. Yeah, that's definitely not a great backing job. I can make that work, but oof, that's disgusting. No, Peter. I have never seen a trailer in the U.S. that has a rear steer axle on the trailer. That's not to say that they don't exist. Okay, let me rephrase that. Other than specialty oversized trailers that have a remote control where another person, another driver, drives the back of the trailer. I've seen those. I actually saw those hauling oil rig equipment and hauling turbine blades for wind turbines. So, alright, we can get this guy in here. But it's going to be ugly. Oh, maybe we can't get it in there like this. I'm too tight to the fence now. Okay, so we do what a real truck driver would do. When you screw it up, you pull up and you start over. I'm not ashamed. Better do a pull-up than a wreck. Alright, that's a better setup. Yeah, we've got 53-foot trailers here, Peter, with no rear steer. Did I put it right back in the same bad spot? No, I did not. Hold on a second. My pedals are sliding all over on me again. Oh, good times. Did I leave myself enough for nose swing? That's looking pretty iffy. Let's get out and look again. Oh yeah, lots of room. Just not used to this cab. before we bump that fence. And now I can straighten the trailer out. Oops. Go figure, they'd give me a real tight yard for the first one after not driving for so long. Alright, there we go. Yeah, Peter, my longest run was from Davenport, Iowa to, oh, crud, I can't remember the name of the city in Florida. But yeah, it was like 3,500 miles. Felt like it took forever. And to be fair, it took 2.5 days. Alrighty, cool. Unassigned skill points. I like to, at least in the beginning, go for long distance. And then I kind of do a mix of things. I've never really done hazmat, so... To be fair, what, Goggle Pop? Nothing from where we're at, huh? Okay, we could go to Yakima. It's not a Freightliner though. Ugh. Portland to Yakima? Yeah, Peter. And if you take off Scotland, how big is it? A lot less, right? So I'm thinking of taking this job here, the one that's highlighted, the frac tank. What do you guys think? Yeah, sure, Goggle Pop. Things can change. Not easily, but they can. So what do you guys think of that one? The Haddock Shipyard. Fun fact about Yakima, Washington is I like to fish, okay? And Yakima Worden's Bait Company, I think that's the proper name of it. It's Yakima Worden's anyways. makes one of my favorite types of lures, and they call it the Worden, W-O-R-D-E-N, apostrophe S, fat fish. And it's made specifically for catching trout and salmon. They made it up there in Washington because they get salmon coming up their rivers from the Pacific Ocean. Here in Michigan, we have the Great Lakes, and we have salmon and trout galore in the Great Lakes. So those lures work equally good here. And they're a little on the high side price-wise at about $12 a pop now, which makes it really hard on the heart when you lose one compared to a $5 lure. Oh man, hush, Peter. But they do get hits. Those Worden's fat fish, they're a good lure. Lots of different paint patterns on them too. And since you guys aren't answering me about the job, I'm just going to take that one. Okay, we've got a container on the back there. We're in an international. I've never been inside one of these either, at least not a modern one. The last international I was in was an old cab over built in the 80s when my dad was driving and I was a kid riding with him. Crossing, I don't see anything. There, I've yielded. They hit me, now it's their fault. Yeah, doesn't quite work that way. Oh man, I would love to play this game on a gigantic XGA monitor. That'd be the bomb. Yeah, I don't know anything really about the International that my dad drove other than that it was a cab over and he didn't drive it for very long. It was a company-owned truck. All his trucks were company-owned. He never owned his own. It seemed to be a decent enough truck. It got us where we needed to go. He didn't really have mechanical issues with it. But my favorite old truck that he drove was his early 90s Peterbilt 362 cab over. That was a nice truck. Sadly, he didn't drive that one for very long either, about 3 years, I think. Oh, that's not accurate at all. On an automatic semi, they do not roll backwards. In fact, if you take your foot off the brake like I did, they actually creep forward. So will a manual if it's in a low gear. Pretty much first through fifth on a 13 speed or 18 speed manual trans, you can just take your foot off of everything and they'll roll forward. Non-synchro mesh transmission and the way they're geared and powered and everything, that's just what they do. For the most part, though, they got a lot of things right in these truck simulator games. I can forgive the couple things they got wrong. Okay, what the heck am I doing here? Hey, Popo. You aren't gonna bust me. I'm not doing anything wrong. And now I get to go. Yeah, it's kind of shifting that way here in the States as well, Peter. Pretty much the only ones who always buy manual these days are old guys who hate the automatics, or people driving real heavy loads that you pretty much have to have an 18-speed manual to pull because you need that manual control over when it shifts. And you need all 18 speeds. Yeehaw, big bridge. So, yeah, I drove an automatic. In fact, my license is restricted to automatics only for my truck driving license. Because I took my test, my road test in an automatic. Which is sad, but it's what the company offered, so it's what I did. Alright, crap. I hate doing this, but keys and buttons. Wipers. Wipers. Set my horn while I'm at it. Light modes. I suppose I should also set up turn signal buttons while I'm on it. And wipers. Yep, will do. Cruise control. I think we'll make that cruise control. Engine brake. I want it to actually be, whoops. I want to unassign that, and then I want to put it on there. I also want to put it on that. Okay. Okay. Good. Alright, so you want me to look under controls over here? Is that where I'm looking? Or is it somewhere else, Goggle Pop? High power mode, is that the right mode? Okay, yes, you just answered that right after I asked it, which means you haven't even heard the question yet. Okay. Awesome. Beautiful. All right. Now I got to get ready to drive again. Oh, crud. All right, here we go. Oh, I see they've nailed that the wipers suck just like they do in real life on most rigs. Yeah, just like with cars, basically. If you don't pay for really good wipers, which most companies don't, so if you want good wipers as a driver for a company, you're paying from out of your own pocket. Kind of sucks. You'd think that they would want to put good wipers on a big rig because, you know, it's dangerous. But all four trucks counting my trainer's truck that I drove for the company that I worked for, had terrible wipers. Although you can get better ones. So I blame that on the company. I did talk my trainer into buying some better ones for his truck, and he managed to trick the company into reimbursing him for them, which was good. Good on him, because they should have bought them in the first place. Alright, nice. Very nice. And yeah, Gogs, that's much better on the shifting, much more accurate to the few real trucks I drove. So thanks for your help with that one. Beautiful river. Governors, yeah, we do. My trainer's truck, because it was a white Volvo from the entertainment fleet originally before he got it. He was not part of the entertainment fleet. Was governed at 70, but all the freight trucks are governed at 65 for the company that I work for. Oh man, Gogs, I tell you, my trainer's truck, for the second week I was out with him of the 2 weeks that I had to be out with him over the road, was a nightmare for us. We had mechanical issues with it, and it became gutless in the mountains, which was really bad considering we were in Pennsylvania, in western Pennsylvania, in the mountains. You know, 7% freaking grades up and down the mountains, and it lost power going up to where we couldn't even keep 45 miles an hour going uphill with a 30,000 pound trailer. Well, 30,000 pound overall load, tractor and trailer. Suppose I could turn my wipers back off, huh? Oh, it was multi-mode wipers. Toggles. Cool. Wish I would have known that. I'd have turned them up. And a couple of different times it stalled on us. Thankfully, neither time going up a mountain, because that would have been really bad. Yeah, Peter. That's similar to what we do here, only higher speeds, of course. It's up to the company, not the government, what you're governed at. And owner-operators don't usually get governors on their trucks. They want to be able to speed if they want to. But basically, a lot of the big companies and even the medium companies are setting them at 65 for standard over-the-road freight, because the majority of states semi-truck speed limits on the expressway is 65. Some of them it's 70, and then there's Texas where I think it's 80, which is just crazy, but there you have it. Boy, this reminds me a lot of driving through Pennsylvania with my trainer. Very similar. Different colored stone, but achievement progress. Travel Washington. Woohoo. Yeah, I figured, Peter. You got such a totalitarian regime over there. Control every aspect of your lives, it seems like. All in the name of public safety. Well, he who gives up freedom in the name of safety never deserved freedom at all. Or something like that. I don't remember the exact quote. I don't even remember who originally said it anymore. But it's a sentiment that I agree with. Yeah, but post-Brexit, is the UK going to change it? Probably not. Silly, silly things anyways. Man, I love that Jake. Even if it sounds like garbage on this truck. Alright, I didn't understand that one, Peter. Can you Americanize that comment for me? Come on, truck. Ah, yes, we have those in the States too. We have a couple different things. We've got cameras in the trucks, a lot of them, not all of them. But any truck manufactured since, crud, I can't remember the year. But anyways, for quite a while now, has to have what they call an ELD, electronic logging device. And it spies on everything you do in the truck. It can report back to the company if you over rev the engine. Some of them can, I should say. Not all of them, but some of them can. The ones that were in the trucks that I drove could. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, they could be a pain in the rear. Most of the time I was fine with my ELD. It was the camera that I didn't like. Because sometimes it was just wrong. It had eye detection where it could detect where you were looking, and sometimes it would trigger an alert and send it back to the company that my eyes weren't on the road because I was looking just slightly too far to the right across my hood to make sure that I was in my lane, and kind of watching my front hood mirror a little bit more than normal because I had some idiot over there that I was watching. And so yeah, that was really frustrating. Ooh. All right, Goggle Pop. Well, thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Well, you weren't here when I had the issues, so never mind. Yep, I'm gonna be calling it quits after this job anyway. So you have a good night as well, bud. I wonder. Well, I'm not gonna be able to pull that trailer around, am I? Because of the gate. I'm gonna be naughty and try it and probably wreck it. Oh, oh, those jerks! They put the yard dog right by my space. Oh, I can't cheat. Well, it's not cheating, it's smart driving. Okay, you're gonna do me like that. I gotcha. Okay. Stuck outside and check out my setup. Oops. That's not the one I wanted. There's that. Nope, nope. I guess it was 2. That's the best one I can get for looking back here. Okay. Oh, that looks pretty good to me. We got a train coming through. I'm not going to be able to see it, though. Alrighty. So, let's kick her in reverse. Get her tucked over there. Well, that was terrible. This thing steers completely different than a standard trailer with tandems. It's such a weird trailer. Alright, so I gotta actually turn it more than I would a standard tandem trailer. Alright. That just looks bad. That is bad. Oh, man. No, it's not, actually. That is not that bad. I got lots of nose room. Alright. Just looks worse in here than it actually is. Now we got to get it in front of it. Whoop, wrong way. There we go. That's what I wanted. Make sure we don't hit this thing. Boy, that's terrible, though. Terrible centering job. Let's see, what do I want to do? I want to do this. Let me just wiggle it over a little. Wiggle the tractor over. Really? You don't like that? Ah, not back far enough. Awesome. Beautiful. And another level. Let's get some fuel economy. Actually, I don't care about fuel economy until I get my own truck. I'm not buying the fuel here. Alright, well, thank you everybody for hanging out with me. Next week's stream is going to be Hitman. So if you're not into violent games, you probably want to skip that one. But I like them. So as someone who's played violent video games my whole life, the whole popular misconception that violent video games lead to violence in the real world is a load of crap. So, yeah. That only happens if the person had violent tendencies to start with. And then they were probably going to get violent anyways, regardless of the game. So, alright, thank you everyone. Have yourselves a great evening, and I will see you next time.